Living on the streets, we look at the life of one of the 100,000 kids who run away from home each year. Hello, I'm Kate Chabot. This is 5 News. Our top story today, and every year 100,000 kids run away from home, and that's just an estimate, as children's charities say up to 2/3 of runaways aren't reported. Many end up living rough, falling into drug abuse and prostitution and crime. In the first of a series of special reports for 5 News, award-winning photojournalist Hazel Thompson shows us how she thinks thousands of runaways can be kept out of danger.
In my work as a photojournalist, I've spent a lot of time with vulnerable children around the world. But in these films, I'm focusing on the most vulnerable children in Britain. They're the children who try to escape problems by running away, with nowhere safe to go. And the numbers are staggering. Every year, 100,000 children run away from home. They come to derelict buildings like this. Here, they're exposed to drink, drugs and sexual predators. In this film, I'm finding out where runaway children go, the empty buildings where they hide during the day, and the dangerous places where they sleep at night. 15-year-old Danielle is my guide. Hers is a typical story. She began to run away at the age of 13, after family upheavals and bullying at school.
Through this nettles and everything, then we went over the barbed wire.
Until 6 months ago, she was on the run most of the time. She ran away over 80 times and once spent a whole week away from home.
I'm just frightened.
She knows all the places where runaways go in our hometown, Burnley, in Lancashire.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of kids in here, isn't it? When she came here, her mother thought she was at school.
A big massive bath there. And
Danielle was lucky to have a parent who cared.
You can see my ex-boyfriend's name all over the wall.
2/3 of all runaways aren't even reported missing.
What kind of time would you stay out here till?
11, 12, it depends.
But really late? It'll be very late. And you were never worried about that?
No.
I wanted to understand what drives children like Danielle to spend nights away from home in places like this.
We had a family breakdown that's too painful to talk about, and it affected her. Because of all the traumas I think that she went through at an early age, I think it was Danielle's way of handling it was about just running away. And I don't think she realised how to deal with what she'd gone through.
I didn't plan to run away. And I didn't think it was dangerous at the time, because you think it's exciting and everything, but and then now I realise how much danger I'm in.
Runaways have nowhere safe to go. That's because there are only 3 refuges for them in the whole country, with just 10 beds between them. Danielle, tell me about... So where did Danielle sleep? She took me to an empty house in a street where every building is boarded up.
Nowhere else to sleep, so we slept in his house.
And was it owned by somebody, or was it derelict? Was it empty?
Derelict.
So it's one of these houses here?
Yeah.
But every single one is boarded up. So how did you get in?
There's a big massive wall in kitchen window.
Okay. So let's go and have a look. You don't know if it's still like it was when you're here before, so just talk to me.
It's this one.
It's this one. And who was with you?
My mate.
Weren't you scared someone would find you in here, or?
Yeah.
You were a bit. So
what we did was, like, she stayed awake for an hour, then wake me up, and then I'll stay awake for an hour, and we did that all night.
And was it cold?
Freezing.
The girls I've met talk about roaming the streets at night. Danielle herself spends a lot of time around this area. How can a girl of 14 be safe here?
Runaways face frightening risks. Tomorrow, I discover the very real dangers of life on the run.